Hello and welcome to, for the first time in a long time, WWE pay-per-view predictions. Tonight we are going to bear witness to the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, which should be a lot of fun. Obviously a couple of high spots, no doubt, and what have you, and a couple of matches that have potential to be really good. On top of that, now yesterday I uploaded match simulations of 6 of the 8 matches. So in those 6 matches, I will be going head to head with WWE 2K18 in a bit of a prediction competition. And we'll see who wins after the pay-per-view, won't we? Feel free to leave your predictions in the comment section down below, by the way, guys. I would love to get a discussion going down there with you. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the first match that I simulated was Rusev Day versus the New Day. And if you haven't seen these matches, by the way, first of all, you probably won't understand what's going on your screen at the moment. So pause this, go back and watch them, because obviously I'm going to spoil the results of all the match simulations. There's your fair warning. Let's go. So WWE 2K18 believes Rusev Day are going to win the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I do not. I think they might have kind of got on the same page recently, but I think they're still teasing this breakup for Rusev Day, and I think this will only sort of serve as another sort of element of the catalyst to the eventual breakup, if not actually triggering the entire breakup there and then on the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. So I'm going to predict New Day to retain. The game predicts Rusev Day to win. So straight away we are in disagreement. Up next, the other Tag Team Championships, the Raw Tag Team Championships. Maybe the other Tag Team Championships would be a good name, because until it suddenly developed into this main event feud being over them, they were kind of an afterthought, weren't they? Anyway, the game predicted that Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler would retain, and I'm inclined to agree. Seth Rollins already has the Intercontinental title. He's not really been defending it as much as he once was, so I feel like putting another title on him probably just takes away from the IC title even more than the last sort of month or so have. Also, they've only just won the belts, and I know WWE have been known to do some pretty short title reigns in the past, but I don't feel like that's Drew and Dolph. I feel like they've got big plans for Drew, and Dolph is part of that at the moment, obviously, and I feel like having him have a really short tag title reign won't particularly do him any favours. So I agree with the game in this case, and I'm going to go with Drew and Dolph to retain. Up next, SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. The game, WWE 2K18, predicted Becky Lynch to win. I wholeheartedly disagree. I think that Charlotte retains here. I think this feud isn't over. It's got to go through to Evolution, hasn't it, really, like realistically. But I don't know how they'll do it, because obviously the champion retaining, who's strictly speaking the more of the babyface in this scenario. But if Becky just gets her heat back after the match, they can continue for one more month, I guess, if she just does a post-match attack or something. I don't know, I feel like it'll be portrayed as how close Becky Lynch came without quite getting it, you know, like, but I just, again, Charlotte's only just won it, and it's Charlotte Flair. Like, she's not known for being made to look particularly weak. I know she's had a couple of short reigns with the Raw title, especially. I feel like that contributes to the fact that this one's not going to be such a short one. I mean, even if it ends at Evolution, at least it was a couple of months, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go with Charlotte, not Becky. I feel like, I just don't feel like, I feel like Charlotte's one of those, along with like your Roman Reigns and your John Cena's, well, John Cena a few years ago, that it's really hard to bet against, because more often than not, they book her to be the strong one. You know, so I think it's really hard to bet against her, and I'm going to not do that. Anyway, next match, the first Hell in a Cell match that I simulated between Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton. The United States Championship is not on this show. The United States Championship, in this case, thus far, at the point of me recording this, hasn't had a match announced for this show. If one happens at the last minute, then so be it. But to me, that just makes it a really strange decision that they didn't put the US title on one of these guys leading in, you know, because part of the build-up, just to have this match be a title match. I guess they thought they didn't need it. I guess they're probably right. the game predicted Jeff Hardy to win. I think there's no way in hell Jeff Hardy wins this match, which, watch me eat my words. But this, to me, is just like the Shane McMahon Undertaker match. At WrestleMania, the Hell in a Cell match. This is crying out for Jeff Hardy to take a big bump and cost himself the match by jumping off the cell. It's just... If that doesn't happen, people are going to be disappointed. I know there's the counter argument of please don't do it, Jeff. You like 40 and your body's already broken down from all the stupid high bumps you've taken. But let's be honest, is anyone really watching this match expecting not to see Jeff Hardy come off the cell? Is anyone watching it not expecting that? I'm not saying what you want. I'm saying everyone knows he's going to. So if they don't, even if you didn't want it to happen, you'll be a little bit disappointed that you didn't get to see the spot you were expecting, if that makes sense. So he's obviously coming off the cell, and when you take a big risk like that, you're usually booked to lose the match. I mean, for one, he can't actually land the hit on Orton because he might kill him. So he's obviously going to miss, and then Orton's either going to take the victory by stoppage or get him back in the ring and RKO him and pin him, or punt him and kick him, or punt him and pin him, I should say, or whatever. Whatever Orton's going to do to be a heel and win, I feel there. Okay, up next, the WWE Championship match between AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. Now, let me just point out, this match makes not one iota of sense. Not because Joe doesn't deserve a rematch, he absolutely does. He won his WWE Championship match at SummerSlam by disqualification. The problem here is the same exact thing can happen again. They haven't added a no disqualification rule, they didn't put it in a cell, they've done nothing different that I'm aware of, which means they're not addressing the storyline. They're not, you know, like, if someone deliberately loses to retain their title, I'm not saying AJ did it deliberately, he's not the heel, he's the face, he got into a rage, and, you know, because it was a personal feud, I get that. But if someone deliberately got counted out to retain the title, the next match would be false count anywhere, or it'd be in a cage, or something like that. And that's logical booking. This, oh, let's just do the same match again with the same potential outcome, not logical booking. Same as when Shinsuke and AJ had their no DQ match, finish in a double last man standing style count out, and where they were both down for 10 seconds and the referee called it a draw. So then the rematch, what did he do? Last man standing, where the exact same thing can happen again. It makes no sense, and for some reason they're just determined to book AJ as illogically as possible, it seems, this year. But anyway, rant over. Who's going to win? The game thinks AJ Styles. I do as well. I think WWE aren't done with this AJ Styles WWE title run yet. AJ's become one of those that it's hard to bet against. Even if he's going to lose the match, he's going to keep the title. I'm predicting him to win the match, by the way. I'm not trying to hedge my bets there. You can't account. Sometimes you might be able to predict a DQ finish coming, but usually I sort of just generally take it that match is going to end clean, and knowing that most of them aren't, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I think AJ's going to retain. I think he's going to win the match. I'm not sure if this will be the end of the feud, though. That's a different matter. It's an entirely different matter altogether. But yeah, I just don't... what was the point I was going to finish making? Which is, I just don't feel they're done with AJ's reign yet. I know it's been quite a long one. It's been one of the longer reigns when, as they say, in SmackDown history. So meaning, let's discount the Raw WWE title reigns because they're longer. Yeah, he's not done yet. I don't feel. I'd be pleasantly surprised to see Samoa Joe hold up the WWE Championship. What a crazy sight that'd be, you know, for 2005 or 6 me. Like, that'd just be like, whoa, no way did that just happen. And he beat AJ Styles to win it as well. It's like that. It's just 2018 is pretty crazy. We have to remember sometimes that we might not always like the booking, but my God. We are being a little bit spoiled, really, aren't we? Anyway, the last match that I simulated on WWE 2K18 was the Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Championship. Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. Now, obviously, the simulation didn't have Mick Foley as the referee because there's no special referee option in it. obviously it wasn't going to make it a triple threat. The only thing I could have done is made it a triple threat and controlled Foley, but then there would still have been a referee as well. It would have looked stupid, so I just didn't include the special referee. The game believes Roman Reigns is going to win and retain, and again, I'm inclined to agree. The only issue is I have every single title being successfully defended. Every single one. And it does not often happen, that. And I think this is one that I could be wrong about, because of this late addition of Foley as the referee, and because it was Stephanie who added him in, there's a chance of a Foley heel turn here. Maybe he sells out to get his job as Raw GM back. He screws over Roman and does what Stephanie and Triple H want. Something like that. I don't know. That's casting some doubt in my mind over the result. And again, wouldn't be mad to see Braun walk out the Universal Champion at all. I don't agree with them turning him heel. I think they're delusional if they think he's going to get booed in this match and Roman's going to get cheered. You've put the sell up, you've separated Roman from the Shield again, and he's going to get booed again. Like, that's just simple as far as I'm concerned. You separated Braun from his heel tag team friends as well. It's not gonna go well. It's not gonna go how they planned. But I do think I'm gonna predict Roman to win, because how do you bet against Roman? And I know he's not got the best win-loss record in recent pay-per-view history over like the last year and a bit, up until the start of 2017 kind of thing. But now he's got the belt. Now he's finally got there again, and I feel like this could be the start of a mega push. Also, especially with the World Championships, WWE are not doing short title reigns at the moment, if you've noticed. The last few have all been... I mean, Goldberg's wasn't, but that was a definite transitional reign. But then before that, you had Kevin Owens holding the Universal belt for quite a while. Brock Lesnar then held it for obviously a hell of a long time. God, let's not remind us. AJ Styles has the WWE title and has had it for quite a while over on SmackDown. Even Jinder Mahal's WWE title reign was like, I don't know, was it 6 months? It was a while, like they had the title. So, well, he defended against Orton 2 times after he won it on pay-per-view. He got Shinsuke twice, so that's at least 4 months, because they were all pay-per-view matches. I can't remember exactly after that, but, you know, it was a reasonable length reign, so I highly doubt they're going to switch the title again straight away. Now, in terms of the other 2 matches, the reason I didn't simulate them on WWE 2K18 is, well, first of all, the mixed tag match, there's no mixed tag on WWE 2K18. I hope there is on 2K19, hint hint 2K. There's been a mixed match challenge, there's been mixed tag matches at WrestleMania, and now at Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, and I'm sure there's been more off the top of my head that I can't remember. Put it in the game. It's happening all the time now, mixed tag matches. Put it back in the game. For a start, I mean, separate rant for a separate day, but it's a computer game. On Tekken, you can fight women with men. On Grand Theft Auto, you can run around as a man with a baseball bat and beat all the women to death that you encounter if you so wish. So why is it not okay to do a game version of a staged fight between a man and a woman? It's basically like a fight scene in a movie between a man and a woman. No one kicks off when that happens in a movie. When it happens in wrestling, some people have a problem with it, and I do not understand that point of view. I just don't get how there's a difference. It's not real. It's not like we're saying, oh yeah, let's have UFC, men fight the women. Boxing, let's have men fight women. It's not a real fight. It's not real violence. Yes, it hurts. I'm not saying it's, you know, quote, fake. Don't lynch me here. But have men fight women. Like, they've done a bit of it with Rousey and Triple H at WrestleMania. They had a bit of interaction between Rousey and Triple H. They had, was it Ellsworth? Did he end up fighting Asuka? Or Becky Lynch? Or someone, I can't remember exactly, but that happened. Like, just let us do intergender. Like, people, counter-argument is there's something wrong with you if you want to simulate, you know, a man beating up a woman. Whoever said that's what I want to simulate? For example, EWA. We had a storyline that we wanted to get a female character involved in, and there was just no real conceivable way of doing it within the confines of the game where she could interfere in a match and actually lay hands on a guy just for one move. It was like near enough inconceivable that we could get that to happen. And it's like, why? It happens all the time. You know, like, Well, not all the time, but it's more than capable of happening, is what I'm trying to get across. Anyway, rant over. So, I didn't do the mixed tag match because I couldn't do one on the game, and I wasn't going to do like 2 singles matches and hope the same team won both, or any of that nonsense. I'm only simulating matches that I can just straight up simulate now. And I know I did Roman and Braun without Mick Foley, but that's an incidental more than like a crucial piece. I know it might be crucial to the finish, but it's still... He's still not involved in the match. He can't win. Put it that way. Mick Foley cannot win that match. Whereas if I just did Daniel Bryan versus Miz, well, Brie Bella could win that match. And she's not even in my simulation. So that's why I didn't do it. Anyway, enough justification of not simulating it. By the way, my predictions for these other 2 matches, if somehow... I think we disagree on three matches, so it'd take one of those being a draw. So both me and 2K are wrong. But if somehow we have a tie situation, then these 2 matches will matter. Otherwise, they won't. Okay? I'm not going to count them unless we have a tie. And the way I'm going to count them is if we have a tie, and I get both of these right, I win. If I get both of these wrong, I lose. And if I get one of these right and one of these wrong, we just call it a tie and just accept it. Okay? So, it's not going to be a straight up, oh, okay, that's 1 more point for me for getting 1 right. No, it's going to be based on, I have to get both of these right to win if we've tied on the 6 matches that we actually simulated. Anyway, enough waffling about how that made-up competition with a computer game is going. I think the Danielsons, I've written this down in my book as the Danielsons versus the Mizanins, because I figured that was quicker than writing Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella versus the Miz and Maurice, so I just went with something that was reasonably short. So I think Team Danielson is going to win. For this story to really continue, or for this story to really end, I feel like Daniel Bryan has to get his win back. You know, and they want that feel-good moment. They probably know, like, Charlotte winning, Orton winning, Roman winning, they're not going to be that popular. Probably Drew and Dolph winning won't be that popular. Probably New Day winning won't be that popular. Like, people are really behind Rusev. Like, let's not underestimate how over Rusev is. I'm not saying New Day are going to get booed, but I'm just saying, I think the pop would be bigger if Rusev Day won. Like, so it's not going to be a necessarily happy reaction. So, based on all that, you need some real good, feel-good moments on a show as well. And I think this is one you can just throw away. It doesn't fundamentally matter. But, if Miz and Maurice win, what happens next for Daniel Bryan? Like, yeah, fair enough for Miz, that's great. He can go on to fight AJ Styles for the WWE title. Like, you know, that's a launch pad, and I'd be okay with that. But what do they do with Daniel Bryan? Like, that'd just be such a weird... Unless he's leaving. If he's leaving, then Miz and Maurice 100% win this, I would say. But yeah, it just seems so backed into a corner where it's like, they have to win. Whether you want to continue the feud, they have to get a win back to be able to justify wanting another match with the heels. Otherwise, the heels are just like, no, beat you twice, move along. And if they want to end the feud, well, you don't want Daniel Bryan coming off back-to-back losses and looking super weak if he's re-signed. Because what can you do with him then? Like, I know it's not super weak because Miz isn't exactly a jobber, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I think the Danielsons are going to win. If you disagree and you can give me a good reason why, then, like I said at the start of the video, let me know in the comments. Final match, Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss. And this is just my objection to creator wrestlers. I think creator wrestlers are generally rubbish. I know the standard is so much better now than they used to be, but I still just don't like using them, so I refuse to do the match because Ronda's not on the game officially, so I didn't simulate it. Rousey's winning. I don't know what else you want me to say. Trish versus Bliss isn't going to have the title involved at Evolution. Rousey can defend the belt. It's rumoured against Nikki Bella, but even if it's like... I imagine, like, either on Raw or even after this match, Nikki Bella's going to come out and be like, hey, I want to fight you. But it seems like they're going babyface with it, which... no one really wants to cheer the Bellas, let's be honest. No one really wants to cheer them. Everyone knows they're not that good. Nikki's the better one, though. At least it's not Brie that's going to be challenging Ronda. So, yeah, but like I say, Bliss and Trish don't need the belt. There's no point in having the belt involved in that because it gives away the finish. It gives away the winner. Whereas without the belt, you sort of like, well, it wouldn't hurt Bliss that much to lose to a legend. So, you know, she's pretty much untouchable these days with how much she's held the title and stuff like that. So she can afford to lose. Whereas as soon as you put the belt on her, well, if she loses, it's going to be an unclean loss, and, you know, a DQ or a count out, because I assume Trish isn't signed back. Like, I don't think she has any desire to come back full time. So yeah, putting the title back on Bliss would, one, be unbelievable, like literally unbelievable, like unable to be believed after the SummerSlam match. But also, I think she's going to get more offense in than the SummerSlam match, by the way. I think that's why they've weakened Rousey with the rib injury beforehand, so she can target that and work her over for a bit and not look as weak. But she can't win, like, not after the absolute mauling she got at the hands of Ronda Rousey 1 month before. There's no way you've learnt to fight that much better in a month, like, so you just can't win for believability's sake, aside from all future booking, you know, aside from all that. But yeah, there's my predictions. I think the match is pretty much winding down. I think we've probably got like a few minutes left if you want to stick around and watch the rest of the match and see who ends up winning, then absolutely feel free. I won't object to that. Let me know in the comments section who you think is going to win each match, what your predictions are. If you think there's any extra matches going to be added, they might have been added by the time the video goes up and I didn't know about them. If so, predict them and we will discuss in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new here, and share with your friends if you think they would enjoy. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been Abeza, you've been amazing, and I'll see you next time.
Showing very few signs of life here.
Yeah, there's no way he comes back from this.
Whoa! Oh boy, he is rolling. He's not looking good here, Byron.
No, he's got to get up, and he's got to get up now.
No telling how he's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
When this guy's on, look out. Oh, and he's one step ahead on that one. And there's the counter. Hold on, guys. This isn't good.
No question about it, Cole.
No telling how long. Look at this. And it appears Kofi Kingston is starting to hit the wall at this point. I have a feeling this isn't going to end well for him.
When you go for your finisher as many times as he has tonight, you expect to win. But right now, it looks like he may very well be on the wrong.
Shoulders down, this could be it.